Hi guys, I'm Carol with Free Spirit Arts and welcome to my channel. I know that some of my new subscribers are fiber people, and could I just give a big shout out to you? I've had my channel for several years and it's never been like a full-time thing, and I've done mostly just paper art because I got into junk journals. And that has just, I love doing them. I'm going to kick off a dragon book here pretty soon. But I recently, in celebration of having a fiber studio to do filming in, which I'm not there yet, I started kicking off fiber videos and getting to know some other fiber people. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So I welcome all of you, and I hope to do more fiber stuff on my channel. Let's light a candle. And if I didn't say so, my name is Carol. Oh, come on, little buddy. You're all charged. I'm gonna cut the wick off. That seems to help. Okay. Let's see. Come on, you can do it. Boy, wiping those little prongs off really helped. I'm only gonna light one flame. Okay, let's take a breath. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. I had a walk through the fiber studio this morning, and we're down to little pieces of caulk that needs to be done, and got to go pick out some trim. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Okay, this is, I don't know what this is, okay? I'm letting it make itself. I want something fallish because I'm doing, Tammy Van Antwerp and I are doing this hashtag Let's Make Together. And we started it because we wanted to make things together, and then we also want people that are watching our videos to feel like they could be doing it, whether they have a channel or not. So that's what Let's Make Together is. We hope that you guys will join in and find things interesting that you think you want to make, or maybe it just inspires you to do something else, you know. And then I talked with Nancy May over at the Handy Scandy, and she's a freak for Halloween. Y'all, go check out her channel. She just did a haul, a Halloween haul. I saw her last Halloween tour. Honestly, Nancy, I don't know where you're putting this stuff. I can't wait to see it. She decorates for Halloween like a mad woman. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You go, girl. I think it's great. But anyway, she's doing Summerween. And it is summer, fall, Halloween. So you could do, you know, fall stuff. You could do witches like her, or any kind of crafting, cards, whatever. She's a tremendous card maker. She's so talented. She loves doing mixed media, and she's really talented. Go over and check her out. But anyway, so that's why you see that in the title. And then Tammy and I also want to support Jill Norwood over at Greenwood Girl Cards. She has taken some time off right now, And she kicked off Sat Morn Makes a few years ago during COVID, because she thought, what a shame, we're all locked up trying to avoid death basically, and we're all isolated, and these makers should be sharing time with each other and talent and just spending time together. You know, we have a great forum in YouTube, and she really wanted to kind of make sure that people were connecting with each other. So she started Satmore Makes, and it was Saturday morning you posted your stuff. Well, since then it has come, Satmore Makes has evolved, and when she talks about it, she says post whatever you want, whenever you want, and just hashtag it Satmore Makes, because that way we all get to post and watch whenever we can, rather than just on Saturday. So that's why you'll see Satmore Makes on my title of this video and some other videos. So we want you guys to feel like you can jump in and do something like what we're doing, or just watch and support the other makers that are... Oops, see, this is really... I'm hoping I can get this wire in. I really only need it in the first little bit, but if I can... I have needle felted, I haven't needle felted regularly, but I started needle felting. Okay. I don't know, 10 years ago? No, longer than that. 15, 18 years ago, long time ago. When I first started spinning, I spun a lot, and then I got into needle felting, and I did that a lot, and it's just one more fiber art. But I'm getting ready to see if my friend Susan and I are going to go do a show and have a booth at the local university. They have a women's artisan show, and they support scholarships at the university. 20% of your proceeds goes towards that, and I'm all about that, supporting women. So that's what the show is about, and we're hoping to get in, and I've told you that whole story on the last video of this little witchy gnome girl. So I do have that where I want it. Don't know, I want it more pointed, and I don't know her name. I'm not sure. I don't know if she's mentioned her name. I can't remember now. I've watched a lot of people of late, but she showed me this trick. She's at Lion Gate Farm, and she's the felting queen as far as I'm concerned. She's doing all kinds of cute stuff. Snowmen and chickens and swans. She's really talented. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone for a minute because I want to work on I want to give this a personality. So I have all these this brown fiber. Where's the locks? I have brown locks, but they just don't, I don't know, they don't look right to me. I'm gonna put the white ones on and then see if I can mix some maybe or something. So the guys are supposed to be here today with the door. They've said they're bringing the door now 3 or 4 times, and that's never happened because, well, the last time I asked them to please not bring the door because we had to paint, and I didn't want Doug to have to mask it off. You know, it's just one more thing. But we're that far now where we're ready for the door. Yay, right? A lot of you have been with me since they first came and dug for the cement. What are they called? They're not pylons, but they're sonotubes. Yeah. I want to get my other snowman, or my other gnome, to look at because I really like the way his beard turned out. Oh yeah, I remember now. Does kind of give you the Christmas spirit. Yeah, I attached them all around. Okay. I couldn't remember if I just did long ones or what. And against my wishes, Doug is going down to get the flooring. And I asked him to please not to, but turns out he gets to do what he wants. And he reminds me of that. I get to do what I want. If it rains, he'll just cover it up, I guess. But they're supposed to bring the door today, and they're telling us it'll only take a couple hours to lay the floor. We'll see. I don't know where I got this fiber. This is a bag of scraps that I found when I was grabbing all my felting stuff. This was in the little tote that I had. This wasn't my animal. But I'm glad I had the foresight to keep it. I may have just bought locks from somebody, I don't know. We are having a gorgeous, gorgeous day. It's a little cloudy, just patches of clouds, and it's cool. Okay, let me see what she's looking like. I really kind of want her to be a she. She'll be what she wants, but I'm really hoping she's a she. I'll call you back. I hear you, but I'll call you back. Y'all, last night I wasn't well. I've got some stuff going on, and I had hamburger thawed. Could we just talk about food? I had a hamburger thawed in the fridge that needed to be used because I'd thawed it the day before, and I didn't want to barbecue. And Doug had worked so hard out in the she shed painting. I didn't want him to have to barbecue, and I was racking my brain to think of, and it was 95 degrees. So that was a factor in my decision. But, I could use that. It's got a gray tinge to it, which I like, but I'd really like to use more of these locks. Do I have any more? Yes, I do. I very do. So I thought, oh, I'll just make a meatloaf. And I went in the kitchen, and I just didn't have what it was going to take to pull off a meatloaf like I normally do. So what I did was I got the pound of hamburger out, and I put all the stuff in a bowl like I normally do. And you all know I use that jarred spinach and artichoke dip that you get when you buy Doritos. Yeah, I use 1 egg per pound of meat, breadcrumbs and milk to make kind of a slurry. I don't really use any other spices. You don't need to. You just put, if I'm doing 2 pounds, I put a half of one of those jars of the dip. But this time I only had a pound, and so I don't know, a quarter of the jar. And I made hamburger patties, meatloaf patties, and they were about this big, so deep. I put ketchup and mustard on them, on the top, you know. I mix it in a bowl first, and then I put it on the top. This is going to be great for around the back. And I put it in the little toaster oven. It took me 5 minutes to put it together. And you know, Doug is doing the protein. He doesn't really like carbs. I do put breadcrumbs in there, but I don't tell him. And I try not to put very much in there. But you have to have some kind of a binder. You know, I didn't want to use rice. So, okay, let's look at him before I get her. She looks like Hilda. Oh my cats, I love her. Okay, she's got this one gray lock. Let's give her another one just to balance it out. Do I have another one? Here's some gray right here. There's a lock right there. Yeah, I baked them at 375. I put a little potato in there for me, as I really was not hungry. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to eat. And then it was like 40 minutes, 35, they were done. I took them out, left my potato in there for another 15. And that's what we had for dinner. I made him some southern green beans, you know, with onion and butter and what else? Onion powder, salt. Oh, I can't remember what all I put in there, but like Texas Roadhouse, basically. Oh, there's a nice lock right there. Let's look at you. Yeah, you're cute. You're just cute right there. That's what you are. If you fold it like this, you get more bang for your buck down around the bottom. You don't want to do a deep fold around the nose because it'll stick straight out. This is going to lay down. But it will poof out and it looks fuller. I'm running out of locks. Ruh-roh. And wild is fine. I'm all about that. This one is a little grody on the end, so let's see if we can't get some of that dirt out. I don't care if it's stained. That's fine. I don't want to comb it because I won't have that lock anymore. Okay, that's fine. Looks like, let's break it in half. I want to thank all you guys that are commenting on my gnome. I was a little concerned. I like rustic. I like organic looking things. And that is not everybody's style, you know. I really love making things that I enjoy being around. And it's not everybody's gig, and so, you know, you don't know if when you make something for someone else, there can be a lot of pressure, even though I'm making things that I will enjoy in my own home. If they don't sell, it'll be fine. I'll bring them home, and I don't like that dirt on there. Never do this with your needles. Don't look away. It seems like you could do that. They seem kind of tough, and they're not. Y'all, look. He's a little out of control. You just cannot plan down to the personality. They develop on their own. There's not a thing you're going to be able to do about it. I haven't decided if she's going to have warts or not. What do you think, Hilda? Do you think you need some warts? Oh my gosh, what about a nose ring? Oh my land. What do you think about a nose ring, Hilda? I think there needs to be more down here. Let me see what I've got. I'm running low on these same kind of locks, so let me see if I can make the most out of them. Okay, I can pull one right here. And sort of one right there. I can see one right here. I think that'll be a lot. Let's fold it in half. Oh, I didn't start the timer. I better start it because, y'all, I could do this all day. I do have a surprise for you guys. It's going to be down the road a little bit, so I have to keep you in suspense for a minute. It'll be a minute or two. It'll be a while. Not months, but it'll take a bit, and then I don't like that at all. Let me see if I can clean that without disturbing the locks. We'll see how I like that over time. Yeah, I have something planned. I'm going to see if I can pull it off, and then I'll tell you guys what it is. I'm actually going on a little girl trip. I'm going to go see Tracy. We haven't got to spend time together for years, so I'm excited to do that. I think I'm going to drive. It's only 3 hours away, so Doug has offered to go take me, and then just stay in the hotel while Tracy and I play along, but that doesn't really seem very fair. And I'm a big girl. I can drive. That's a yummy lock right there. So I think I'm going to do that. Oh, I'm going to stretch this out. Look at how much length I've got there. Yeah. Tracy is an artist herself. She paints and does mixed media and draws charcoal, and if she'll let me do a video of her studio, I'll show you. She's pretty talented. Oh my gads. I'm in love with you. Oh, she needs just a little one right here. Just a little bit just a little bit right there. Okay. Okay, now we've got to do a hat. And normally I would felt a big long strip like fabric and then wrap it around. But I was watching the gal over at Lion Farm, and she did it this way. And I thought, well, that's a shortcut I want to hang on to. She folded this felt. She had a thinner piece of felt, and then just cut a circle. And okay, that's a circle. I know it doesn't look like one, but it's my circle and I get to pretend. Then you see how far it's going to go down. I think it needs to be bigger, mostly because I'm going to wrap fiber around it so it matches the tip of her hat too. Now this is where I think it could get scary, because if you take too much off, it's not going to lay on her head like you want. I think there's a slippery slope where you could just, it's like when you cut your kid's hair because you think you're going to save that $7, and you end up taking them in to correct it because, you know, it's not, that's still, it's got to be bigger than that. Okay, I believe that, but I'm going to cut a little bit more off because once I get material in there, it's going to make the hole smaller. Okay, where's my gray? let's cut our sides off. I mean corners. That's a corner. Carol, that's a corner, not a side. The gal over at Lionsgate, she's nice to listen to. I really enjoy her videos. She makes a point of reminding you that she says the devil's in the details. And it's true, that's really what makes the project. It's just like junk journals, I think. Once you get the basics down, I think it's good to let your project sit and don't stare at it. Now she wraps hers around. I don't think I'm going to do that because this hole is not that big. And I don't want to cut. I want a big brim for her. I got this black piece of felt from Michael's. They have needles and wool, well, some wool, and felt. You can't, if you just go get felted pads and they're not wool, they won't work. It needs to be wool. And on my last video, I used the word wood, and that's not true. You can't felt wood. So, yeah, you need wool. One of the advantages to wrapping this wool around this, like in and out of here, is you'll get wool on the edge, and that's a real advantage. Not really caring about that right this second. I'm not worried about that either. The inner, well, I'll cover that, but the rest, if it has a little black showing, I'm fine with that because I'm going to put a wrap, something around her where the cone of her hat meets the base. So that's fine. I don't care about that. But this will be really hard to felt once it gets on her. Should we put this on? Let's put it on. I don't know what I was thinking when I put these bits of yarn. I must have thought I was gonna be making some art yarn, because this is very nice fiber. It's kind of a shame actually to felt it, but it's what I had and I have plenty of it. So I know where this came from. My friend CJ gave me this, and it is good fiber. It's beautiful fiber. I don't have a whole fleece of it, so that's why I was gonna make a bat of art yarn. I remember now. Doug went and saw Joe Bonamassa without me. I was not well, so he went without me. So we had an extra ticket, and they weren't cheap. I was so bummed out. But he called a friend and said, hey, Carol's not well, and I got an extra ticket. Well, this friend is the one that moved 25 minutes away, and I was waiting till the last minute to see if I could go, and I just could not go. So I said, go without me and take somebody. Go see if somebody can go. So he got a hold of his friend. His friend said, you bet. They had a good time. It was a great concert. He sent me some video. For our little town, to get somebody as awesome as him is quite the pleasure, really, because, I mean, it's 20 minutes. The amphitheater is 20 minutes away from our house. And they have pre-party. They let you in prior to the concert. And there's food and beer and drinks and t-shirts, and, you know, you can just kind of hang out and enjoy each other for an hour, I think it is, an hour and a half, something like that, before the concert, which is nice. Okay, let's turn this over and wrap this a little bit. Tidy things up a bit. Let's just tidy stuff up. This might be a longer video because I want to get her done. I'm going to be so happy to get my wool and everything out in the studio. Oh, I just can't, I can't even, you know. It's not gone like we thought. I thought I'd be in there and be able to start dyeing and have people over and do some videos and just be enjoying it a lot by now. And that time is a thief, you know. Just goes by so fast. We haven't gone up to the cabin. Both of us are bummed about that. Right now it's like, the cabin usually it has its own weather, so we really can't watch the local weather and then decide whether, you know, if it's too hot up there. Because you go way up in elevation and then you come back down. And I wouldn't say it's in a valley necessarily, but it's like in the crook of the mountains, and it kind of has its own weather. Like if it rains, if there's a storm passing through, it kind of hangs on to it because the mountains are all around. And so sometimes, sometimes you don't get the weather that is projected for the local towns that are miles away. Oh, there's a little purple. Let's do that. was tempted to use my needle to grab that, but you'll break your needle. You just have to refrain. It's so tempting to use your needle to pull, and you just don't want to do that. It doesn't matter how you put your needle in, but you go straight in, straight out. You don't go in and then pull. You'll just break the tip. I'm really loving these little, tiny little purple bits. That was a bonus. It is almost 10, yeah. And I don't hear anything outside, so I don't think the guys are here. I can hear Doug going in and out, so he must be getting geared up to do something. I'm going to use my multi-tool to just smooth this out. And what it does is, when you push on it, these needles come out. There's 5 needles, and it's pretty fine. And it's just like, it speeds it up, you know, 5 times what you're doing with one needle. Are you guys seeing a hat yet? A brim? Oh, got a little piece there that's missing. Let's get that covered up. Don't have to. I mean, you know, it's black underneath, but I've never stabbed myself with one of these, but I would imagine it hurts like hell, so be careful. I don't care if I have a hard, crisp edge on this. I'm pretty happy with myself right now. I mean, I don't mind telling you, I'm pretty happy with myself. That's how you would get a really crisp edge, is just use a single needle and just keep felting it over and over and over again till all the fuzz is pushed down in. Hopefully I haven't made this smaller. The pad that I cut, it's already felted. I mean, I could probably mold it a little, but it's not gonna shrink much. I have most everything that I won't need to go out in the studio, but I have been looking at some other furniture that might be more suitable, not take up quite so much space. But it depends on space, and it depends on if there's anything that comes up. I'm trying really hard to be frugal about this space because I know me, and I just want to be wise, you know. I just don't want to keep throwing money at it and then end up with furniture that I have to stack up somewhere because it's not going to work. The furniture that I have already will work, but the one chair that I have, it doesn't have arms, and it gets a little tiring to spin and things when you don't have arms to rest on. It can happen. I spin in that chair and it's fine. It's just a matter of if I do find some other chairs that would be comfortable for a good price, I'll probably grab them. Okay. I think we're about there. She makes me smile. Okay, she needs some hair over here, but we're going to put the hat on because I'm just too excited. And this video is getting long, so let's see. Do we want? Yeah, let's put the purple on top. Oh my gosh. Oh, hello. Hello there. It's great to meet you, my dear. You are adorable. Let's give her some more hair. I've got to find these, like this little, oh, that's long. Okay, let's use that. Right here. It's like she just came to life for me. I mean, the nose really kind of does it, but yeah, you're cute. You know those little rubber, no, they're not rubber, they're, oh, what are they? They're fire retardant, they're, oh my gosh. The little tips that you can get for when you're hot gluing. Those are really nice to wear when you're needle felting because it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when you are going to stab yourself. It's just, that's why it's really not meant for children. Even with a multi-tool, you are undoubtedly going to stab yourself. So, you know, if you have those little things that you put on the tips, I can't wear them because of my nails, so that's yarn. Let's see what else you got. I don't want to do all the way around her. Oh, I love that her hat is kind of cockeyed. So, yeah, I think we'll bend it this way. And when you do a bend, if you don't have a wire, you don't need a wire, you can just hold it in that bent position. Right here where there's a crease, you just felt that crease down. Use your needle and just felt it down. And you could even felt right up here and make a crease, or right down here. Let's just do it, I'll just show you. And you kind of make a wrinkle. I'm here in the garage door, so Doug must be going to get flooring. Okay. Now, what happened with this little guy is he stood up straight until I bent his cap. And then he wants to go that way because I put that bell on there. So I think I'm going to hot glue a wood slice to him so he will just sit down. Okay. This one, oh Helga, you are just adorable. Let's give her a hat brim. You guys want to stick around for that? I can't quit. So if you want to come back to this, I totally understand. I get it. These hour-long, hour and 20-minute long, whatever, videos, I get it. I get it. So come back if you need to. What do you think her name should be? I'm not stuck on that name. What do you guys think? You have to be careful when you use your foam or your sponge. Doing things like this, flat work, you can easily felt it to the sponge, and then when you tear it up, when you pull it up, you tear your project a little bit, and you kind of have to refelt. So you got to be careful not to get carried away, and remember what you're doing, and keep lifting it up and moving along. I personally don't think that selling these is very cost efficient because, I mean, you can put these together in an hour pretty easy, I think. If you know exactly what you're doing and you're mass making and you just plug along, you could probably do it in an hour. But, I mean, you know, if you sell it for 20 bucks or 25, you count, you know, your needle time, your needle, your fiber, and all of that, you know, you don't make any money. But I think these will look really cute in the booth, or in my house if we don't have a booth. Gotta use my multi-tool and kind of speed this along. I don't want this to be too fuzzy. I want it to kind of be flat, so I can put things on it. Now my sponge is wet, and if I made the mistake one time of leaving my needles in my wet sponge. Don't do that. They rust. They rust really fast. If they're in a room that's moist and you're just having them lay out, they rust. So you want to make sure they're dry when you put them away. And I haven't always been good to keep track of that. And see, if I had a big piece of foam in front of me, I would just lay it out and go back and forth. But it's just not that big a deal to move it, to me, you know. But it is fun to have a big piece of foam on your lap and just work, and you don't have to adjust things, you know. Okay, let's see if this will work. It feels pretty good. Well, hi there. Oh, y'all, she's beautiful. I'm going to leave this little tail here for now because we may want to use it to tie bells or spiders, or we'll see what she wants when we get ready for jewelry. I'm kind of putting it on the brim more than the topper, kind of creating a little bit of a crease there. Okay, let's see here. What do you want, ma'am? I like that I like her having something. Let's just pull some of it off. We can always put it back on. I think I'm going to felt it all the way around and use something else to attach some bells, or I've got some mushrooms, charms, and I think I have some spiders, or, oh, wait a minute. What if we did that? What if we did this? What if, let's see, which way am I going here? So, Susan is bringing me some zucchini from her garden. She's going to be going out of town sometime, and she sent me a text and said the greenhouse and the garden is exploding while I'm gone. You guys might have to come go through stuff. I like, oh darn, okay. If we have to. Free food, yay. And the zucchini that she's bringing me, I think I'm going to make some zucchini bread or shred it for later. Does that even look like what I thought? Yeah. Can you see that? I can't really tell. Just a little curl, there. Just a little something, something, you know, just a little something, something. Okay. Oh, what is her name? Post below. Maybe I can do a little drawing, and that's what we'll name her. That would be fun. Oops. Okay, now, I think she needs some jewelry, but the timer, I didn't start it until I was well into this video. And we're at 38 minutes. I want to give her some feet that come out like this, and they're white and red, or maybe purple and orange. Oh, sweetheart, you are adorable. Okay, sugar, you got to sit, because we're going to decide on your name, and we're going to decide on feet and jewelry. Let me, just before I end this video, let me see where my charms are. I think they're pretty close. Yeah. I don't know about mushrooms for her. Let's look and see what I've got in terms of Halloween stuff. Okay, there's a peace sign I see right away. These are, what are they? Oh, they're bees. Some of these were sent to me, like these little gingers. They were sent to me by Kelly in Idaho, and I just love them so much. And she doesn't really have to have an actual thing. Look at these scissors. She could just have a little piece of jewelry like that. And I got these from, oh look, it matches, but it's too big. Bummer. I got those from Donna Dreams ×3. She has been having some great sales on Sunday. What is that? Oh, an apple. Oh, we don't want a cross. How come I have crosses? There's a seahorse. Don't need that. Oh my gads, look at that, a dragon. Better keep that out. Is this smaller? Oh, y'all, it doesn't take much to make me happy, you know. Don't think we need a yin-yang. Oh, now she looks witchy. Look. So I could put her there like a brooch. I don't like that. We could put it on the side. Nope. Darn it, it's just too small. But it's the right colors. No, an ankh won't work. A bee won't work. Oh, I don't have anything. Oh, cat. That's an option. A Buddha. I don't think she's Buddhist. An owl. Now, an owl could work. I really love her. I think it's, whoops, I think it's too big. Turtles, no. Scissors, angels. What's that? A cat. It's too cute for a witch. Well, Nancy. Oh, how about love? I don't see anything else that really floats my boat. A little heart. Okay, so we're going to keep the cat and the owl and the love. What's that? I cannot read that. Kind of looks like faces. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Okay. All done. Could just do beads by themselves. We wouldn't have to really put a lot, but I do want to give her some jewelry. She totally deserves that. And these are bees and they won't work. I don't think the mushrooms are going to work. They might work on the guy, but I don't think they're going to work on the witch. So we'll keep these 3 in mind. Okay, we have to give her a name. She can't remain nameless. We're going to tilt her hat just a little. Now I could, if I wanted her hat to stay there, I could go underneath and felt that and it would stay. We'll see after we get her to where she's standing up. Right now she stands up really well. So, okay, so that's what I've done so far. I like that he makes noise. Okay, y'all. Whew. Post below what her name is, and I'll pick by number. Let's see, how would we do that? Pick by name? Yeah, I'll pick by name. Let's give her a name. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching my video. Thanks for the thumbs ups and the comments, and thank you to all you guys that are subscribing and supporting what I'm doing. It really does warm my heart. Let's all take care of each other, guys. For real. Bye.